blasts loud rap music out of her convertible.
To be fair, that's not even the best music that she
I don't
listens
know if
to,
it's
man.
a good thing, man. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad. I don't
It
even know
is a
how to
good
feel
thing.
about it.
It's definitely a good thing.
It is a good thing.
My mum listens to radio music. It's horrible.
Your mum is more hip than I am. That hurts.
She's
She's more hip than all of us music-wise.
Sucks to suck, man.
She listens to crappy like mumble rap and like hip hop and like all that shit, just blasting like really crap music. I appreciate some rap and hip hop,
Wouldn't
but she
surprise
listens
me
to
if, like,
rap.
She doesn't
rap
listen to
and-
mumble rap.
It wouldn't surprise me if one day Costa's mum comes home and she's like listening to like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
No,
Like-
she wouldn't listen to
No,
that.
she's
Just
listening to
thinking,
Bell
I
Delphine
died.
songs. Blood.
Surprise.
No, she's listening
I
to
still got them double teeth, guys. She's listening to Belle Delphine. Side slide in the peanut butter.
She's listening to fucking
Gummy.
WAP as she drives into the house. Fucking the new Nicki Minaj song.
Oh,
is
God.
retarded.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
That
wow.
one.
It's garbage.
Wet ass
No,
pussy.
that's
No, it's
Cardi
Cardi
B.
B.
Oh,
It's
they're
Cardi B
They're
and
both
some other
garbage.
chick I've never heard of.
Cardi B, the
cut it out.
That song is honestly terrible. It's the worst
It is
song I've
terrible.
ever heard.
But what do you expect? Cardi B is not just a terrible artist. She's a terrible person who's
She's
openly
literally
admitted to
raped
felony counts of rape.
That's why there was the meme on 21 Chromosomes, sponsored by 21 Chromosomes. That's
Is this another one?
That's why I seriously, can we reach out to the owners of 21 Chromosomes?
21 chromosomes.
They're like, I'm pretty sure they're Australian. They're from like WA, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Oh, it turns out it's one of my mates that runs it.
Yeah, and they're like, can we reach out to them and get them to sponsor this podcast?
Sponsored by 21 chromosomes.
Anyway,
Fuck.
so fucking just.
Yeah, but that's why there was a video on 21 Chromosomes of, it said having dinner with Cardi B, and the guy goes, "This spaghetti tastes funny," and then collapses
yeah.
on the table
I didn't
because she
understand.
roofies. She
Yeah,
roofies.
she's
I didn't know
admitted
that.
to rape, roofie.
Christ.
She's admitted to all sorts of horrible shit, theft.
And it's
But
not
she-
even. It's not
because
even.
she's a woman, she doesn't get done for it.
No, but it's not even admitting it in her music. Like people say, it's
She
like, oh,
openly admits
She,
it.
no, it's like she types
She
it out on
brags
Twitter.
about it.
She
Yeah.
types it
She
out on
admit it.
Twitter in talk shows. Like, is it true that you've like roofied people? It's like, yeah.
And then the talk show hosts are like, ha 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 ha! Funny rape! Ha ha!
Yeah, that's just Ellen.
Mom.
Ellen DeGeneres. Have you guys seen all the shit that came out of
Yeah,
that?
that's
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Ellen,
That shit
Ellen
is
is
so
treating
funny.
her workers like shit.
That's-
Been,
yeah, no,
that's
that's
been
been a
brewing
thing
for
for
ages.
ages,
She's
yeah.
horrible. She's
Honestly.
horrible to her guests.
Yeah,
Not just
Ellen.
Just keep swimming.
But she's such a
Just-
big thing because she's gay.
that Mariah Carey
Evil.
thing was like.
Ellen DeGeneres
So
is
bad.
so hideously unfunny.
Was
It's
that the
terrible.
pregnant lady?
That was when she got Mariah Carey, who's like super
Oh.
famous. When she brought her on, there was rumors
Yeah.
she was pregnant. She forced her to admit she was pregnant when she didn't want to, and then like a month later, she had a miscarriage and was forced to admit it to everyone because Ellen had forced her to tell everyone she was pregnant,
Yeah,
which she
yeah.
didn't want to do.
Yeah, no,
So she was Ellen basically forced her to have to publicly share her miscarriage and go through that trauma
Yeah,
in the
Costa,
public
leave
sphere,
it.
getting
Leave it.
smashed by paparazzi.
You can fix it later.
Yeah, it was literally
Like having a miscarriage is
It was-
traumatizing, but because of Ellen, she had to put up with constant paparazzi
Yeah.
the whole time.
It's because
which is
Ellen
fucked.
was like, "So are you pregnant?" And she like said,
No,
she sort of like averted the.
No,
and
she
so-
goes,
and then
she goes,
Ellen.
there's rumors
Ellen
you're pregnant.
kept-
She goes, can we not talk about that? She instantly just says,
Did she?
no, yeah. She goes,
yeah.
she
Well,
goes, can we not
I've
talk
not
about
seen the
that?
start
Ellen?"
of it, but I saw the bit where Ellen goes, "Okay, well, that's fine," and then she starts pouring the
Yeah.
glasses of champagne. It was like, "Well, let's have a toast."
Yeah.
And then obviously Mariah Carey's pregnant; she can't drink it.
Yeah,
She manipulates the situation so fucking much.
yeah.
But then she passes it off as like she's a hero or something.
Yeah.
every
gonna
time
put some vodka in
without
that
fail.
costume.
Yeah.
And she
that's-
does.
Who
She
shot
does
it
also-
with
yeah.
vodka?
Did you ever see the one?
Alright,
Did you
yeah,
ever see the?
Costa,
That's a good video.
We'll get iced tea for my party. Don't worry.
Anyway.
Yes, please.
I want
Did
that.
you ever
I
see-
want that mud sauce.
Did you ever see that one
we
where
will.
she did? So she set up this. She decided to do. She basically manufactured this weird system situation. So before one of her shows, she set up like a
Oh, is
booth
this
in
the
the
one with
lobby.
the free-
yeah,
the free
she set
merch?
up this booth in the lobby where there's like a bunch of merchandise and there's a sign. It's like take one free piece of merchandise each. This one lady decides to take two, so she can give one to her sister, who's a big fan of Ellen. Ellen is recording the whole thing, finds out about this, in the middle of the show, pulls up the footage of her taking the extra free cap so she can give it to her sister, pulls her up on stage and makes her sit in a timeout chair and publicly praise her for the rest of the show.
It's so
How fucking horrible of a human
No,
can you be?
Here's the thing, it's like, God forbid you take one extra cap that cost me $3 off of these Chinese slaves.
$3,
It
like
costs
10
like-
cents,
yeah, like-
not even.
Yeah, like
Oh, Fucking hell. That she then sells off for like
Nothing
$80.
at all.
And then she has segments like she's got that segment where she gets like young kids to come up and try and use stuff from like the 80s, and then gets everyone in the audience to like laugh and make fun of them because they don't know how to use
it's
a
whoa.
typewriter. It's
Whoa.
like, wow, a
Things-
teenager doesn't know how to use a typewriter because it's obsolete and useless.
Yeah, like
who
legit.
would have guessed?
Like what? Things that went out
Yeah.
that haven't been needed in 20 years. You don't know how to use it? What?
Just tell Ellen. Ellen, I
Your
want
shirt's
you to
inside
try
out.
and delete your
Is that-
search history.
Yeah.
She'd be lost for 80,
Exactly.
80
Inside out.
hours.
It's like when she had Ninja on,
Look
she
at
had
the
no idea
shoulders.
what the fuck was going on.
She was
It's like,
completely
wow, you're the exact fucking same.
No, she was straight up completely lost and then like
Yeah.
insulted
I'll be
him
back.
multiple times.
Yeah,
and that.
just
Do it
insulting
here.
the fuck
We've
out
all
of
seen
Ninja.
your nipples before.
Oh, I'm
You're
sure.
really
I'm sure the people on Patreon would love to see your nipples again.
Costa's
Subscribe to our
OnlyFans.
Patreon
Costa's
so you can see
OnlyFans, so we can
Costa's-
see Costa's
so you can
deformed
see
nipples.
Costa's nipples. And his
It's not inside
pair of
out.
shoulders. Well, why are the seams on the outside?
You tricked me so you could look at my nipples.
People who
He looks
subscribe
like a
to our
really, he looks like a
Patreon.
really crappy boxer right now. Just standing there shirtless with like this
He
white
looks,
rug.
he looks aggressively Greek right now. like,
Oh yeah.
like he's got the wife beater, the gold chain, the boardies. He just needs some like
He needs some
sandals.
stains. He needs some stains on the shirt. That's
Yeah,
all he
yeah.
Beer stains, yeah, just a
Oil and beer
a white
stains.
line. Not a white line, a yellow line.
Egg yolk stains. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you fix your thing, please? The shoulder strap.
It's messed up, man. Fuck.
And can you sit
I'm
back
just gonna
down?
leave it there just to piss you
Just
off.
sit fucking back down over your legs crossed.
Sitting.
No, you're not. You're kneeling like some weird
Wait.
altar boy. Sit down.
Wait, so what are the
My
celebrities?
dad was an altar boy. He didn't get.
You've told us that.
He didn't get raped,
30
though.
times.
Oh, I told
Celebrities
him.
don't
Oh yeah,
got
you and your uncle.
I told
I
him on
mean,
the
your
podcast.
dad and your uncle, right?
Yeah, my dad
Both
and my uncle.
both altar boys.
We're altar boys. My grandma forced
Wow.
us to be.
Anyway,
Right.
what were we talking about? Oh yeah, other
Detestable celebrities.
detestable celebrities.
Yeah, terrible
There's a lot of
celebrities
them, I
who are
don't
just
know.
like piece of
There's a
shit.
lot of really bad
That's,
celebrities.
Yeah.
There's so many.
There's
of
a
them.
lot of good ones.
I mean, obviously you think of the Harvey Weinstein,
what happened to
Kevin Spacey
Oprah?
ones, but like,
Huh?
What happened to
Oprah.
Oprah?
I think she
Oprah's
just-
still kicking around. She's still doing
yeah,
her show.
she's
She's just popular with boomers.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes
She's
sense.
so no one from her generation knows that.
she's old as fuck.
She's-
She's like in
I
her
don't-
70s.
Well, there's talk she plans on running. Like there's there's like genuine talks that she might legitimately try and run for president like 2024 or something.
To
Really?
be fair, that seems better than some of the other candidates.
Well, it's not hard to beat
Kanye.
Joe Biden. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not hard to beat Joe Biden. The man doesn't even know what day it is. He can't form a fucking sentence. The dude's got next level dementia.
Oh wow.
Okay, let's say
when he tried to form like a sentence about like him like loving children or something,
Oh,
he, like
no,
he's just
no.
like, I love when the children touch my leg. Like it came out as that.
That was weird. Yeah, he's got literally just thousands of the funny thing. So Trump made what is probably the best political smear campaign I've ever seen in my life. And literally, all he does, he takes clips of Joe Biden in like 2006 when he's in his prime. He's genuinely a really good politician, whether you agree with his policies or not.
Yeah.
He's good at what he does. Takes clips of him giving speeches then, and then just puts them next to clips of him giving speeches now. And it is the most just devastating ad campaign I've ever seen in my life.
After.
And all he does is just compare it because he has such next level dementia.
I love seeing
so
I love
funny.
seeing like those conspiracies where it's like these two people are like they're meant to be the same, but this is them 10 years before and them now.
Yeah.
And they're like oh the chin's a bit different.
No,
It's
this is like no, this is crack addict before and after.
that's basically what they do. But what actually
You know, like on cigarette packages,
Baba
it's
boy.
after, before, and
Those
after.
are, those are gross, man.
Yeah.
Of like a normal looking guy and then the guy in the
Yeah.
hospital bed. Really
except what
skinny.
actually happens is like oh yeah they got minor plastic surgery to fix that and then like people are just
Yeah.
retarded and
Plastic
reading
But it's
into
like
it.
just,
Doesn't work.
it's
man.
just so funny how retarded Joe Biden is.
I honestly, I wouldn't be like surprised to find out like if Joe Biden got like genuinely diagnosed with dementia. It would
only-
not. It would not surprise
Would that
me.
make the political campaign better or worse?
I don't know.
I-
That's the thing.
If
The
I
thing
was
is,
in America and he legitimately had
No.
dementia.
he does legitimately have dementia. I know. Literally,
I don't
literally,
think he's been diagnosed with
he hasn't been
dementia.
diagnosed yet. But if he went for a diagnosis test, it would come back positive
Certain.
with severe dementia. That's not me speculating. That's fact. There's no way.
Why
Because
do you watch
he
him
doesn't-
be wrong?
No, because he's not forgotten stuff.
I am
He just
willing to
can't
bet.
form a
I'm willing to bet
sentence.
my entire. I'm willing to bet everything I've owned and everything I'll ever have for the rest of my life that he has dementia if he gets tested.
No,
I'm
because
telling
if he
you
had
now.
dementia, he
Bet's
would have
on.
forgot he was running for president.
He has. He's literally gone up and go, "I'm Joe Biden. I'm running for Senate." He's gone. What day is it? He's gone. What day is it? Is it Tuesday? Is it Thursday? He's gone. He's got his confused his wife for his sister and his sister for his wife.
Oh, no.
He has completely
Okay,
said the wrong
now
things.
that is. Sort
I'm
of-
telling you, man. He's got dementia.
That's not severe dementia, but that's
he's
the
shown
start.
up to
That's the
places.
start of
He
dementia.
showed up to places not knowing where he is, saying completely wrong locations, the wrong day, the wrong date,
He's saying
the wrong
McDonald's?
people, the wrong thing he's doing,
Yeah.
wrong thing
That's
he's
like-
running for.
that's
He's
like
got
this-
dementia.
That's the start of dementia.
No, that's like solidly into it.
No, it's not.
It
That's,
is.
that's the start.
No,
No,
it's-
when you're solidly into it, you like forget how to speak.
I don't know if you've
No.
seen him recently, but he can't really form a
People,
proper
no,
sentence.
people with dementia don't like forget how to speak. Yeah, my mum works with them.
my grandma
Show
has
me
it.
a, show me a
my,
line graph.
the 100-year-old has it.
Yeah, so, yeah, obviously there's different levels of
There's
dementia.
different levels of dementia, though. He's very much.
No,
he's
that
not
would
at
be-
the beginning of dementia.
No, that would be like no, because
I know people with
that would be
beginning of
the
dementia.
start. That wouldn't be like the
No, no.
very. That wouldn't be like the very
It's not
start
the
of
very-
dementia,
I'm
but
not-
it's also not decently into it.
Okay,
Let's say the middle.
Let's
It's like a
preface this.
quarter of the way in.
We're all retarded, and none of us are medical experts. So why the fuck are we talking about dementia?
Because it's funny.
Because
And then why are we arguing about what state of
That's
dementia?
true.
It's a
someone
podcast.
has?
because
point is-
I know everything about everything. All right.
My point is,
I have such a huge brain, and I'm always right. I'm
the
never.
point
wrong.
is, he
Every host.
pretty much
Yes, sir.
almost definitely has dementia, at least some form, and he's definitely
Yeah.
not fit to run
I mean-
a country.
Yeah.
Who would you vote for?
In the current election, I'd
No,
use
just
that
that
great.
person in general.
What out of the
Great.
Anyone,
Out of
in-
anyone in the world.
I
any
don't
American-
know. That's a bit
Boom, they have
broad.
the power.
David Beckham.
In the current American election, I'd use that.
Why David Beckham?
Mate, he just seems like such a charismatic man.
I use his deodorant, so I would also vote for him.
Deodorant, man, good.
The only people.
It's all line in
The only
deodorant.
people who use the David Beckham deodorant are soccer fags and you, because your mum buys it for you.
It smells better than the Lynx crap, alright? That's all I'm
Oi.
saying.
It does.
I
It
got
does smell better
I got
than the
Rick
Lynx crap.
on, man.
I had some of the David Beckham deodorant. It's really nice.
Son of men.
Look, I hate David Beckham, I hate soccer, I hate fags, which are the people who play soccer. So that's all irrelevant, and I don't like David Beckham as a person very much because he
But-
plays soccer. But
Yes,
I
yes.
can't deny his deodorant smells good, so I use it.
People who play football or soccer, people who play soccer are fully fucking retarded. Like,
Yeah.
someone stands within 6 inches of them, they're on the ground crying. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
People, real men who play
Okay,
rugby,
this- Yeah.
get fucking shoulder
Contact
charged in the
sport.
face. They're like, oh no.
Yeah.
What about real
Continue.
retards who do absolutely fuck all with their life?
Like us. I mean, yeah.
Savage.
Roasted by the drop kicks.
We do fuck all with our lives apart from fail school,
Think for yourself, man.
do stupid shit, shout at Karens, get Karens to shout at us, and have retarded parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it.
That's basically our life in a nutshell.
Yeah.
The cycle continues.
Your party last year, I think, is the only actual somewhat form of a party, proper party we've ever had that hasn't been completely fucking derailed by some form of autism.
Okay, to be fair,
Yours
yours
was
was alright.
Oh, I don't know.
Yours was
know.
alright, but you just had to clean up, so you kind of feel bad. You kind of feel shitty. Have a shitty view on this.
No, I would have had to clean
Yeah,
up.
no, because I was the same. Like, my party last year, I feel like that wasn't that good, but that's because I had to clean up the next
No,
day.
that's not what I was saying is bad. I was saying it's bad. But to be fair, none of us had to deal with the thingo situation. So
Yeah.
Oh.
to be fair,
Oh, that
wouldn't
one.
have been too bad. But you know,
Yeah.
What situation?
Baba Booey.
Oh,
I guess you can just bleep it out. But like, she
Yeah.
was pretty.
bleep that out.
She was not exactly doing great at my party, but none of us had to deal with it. So I guess we
To
don't
be
know.
fair, at her party,
There was a
there
much
was
worse
another worse
situation. That was the most.
Why? What happened to
derailable.
her party?
sorry, just cut all. Just cut,
Right,
cut
but
this part
you
out.
were. You
I was only there for like an hour. No, I wasn't there. I had coronavirus.
you missed the You're just gonna cut this all out, right?
Yeah,
Chocolate
cut,
town.
cut out the
Yeah,
part where
right.
we're like talking about
Oh,
whose
which one is it?
party was like
Yeah.
shitty.
Baba Booey.
Anyway, we should get back to the podcast agenda.
Back to the podcast.
Back to the podcast. Sorry, we got derailed talking about private stuff, so it's all been cut. Anyway, sorry guys,
I
but who
think
cares?
it
There's
out.
none of you out there.
The only person listening to this is Mia. I'm pretty sure she's our only viewer now. And
No, Janae listens to it as well.
Does she?
Chris.
Crazy. We don't even need to
Chris
cut
Fernandez.
those.
Fernandez.
We don't even need to cut those names out because they're the only people who listen to
Exactly.
this.
We don't even listen to this, man.
I do, but that's because
Right.
Costa sends me the file,
We'll
so I
have
listen
our-
to it before we
I'll
upload
put it
it.
on the fucking Google
Hey,
Drive.
Yeah.
we'll have our Barry segment real quick.
Yep.
Barry.
All right.
It's not.
Can we?
I
Yeah. Can we
remembered-
make a Barry
I've
intro?
remembered-
Like a Barry song.
I remembered one more Barry story. I'll probably remember more. It's not a very long one, but he just told us one time, out of the blue, he convinced us that I'm still not sure who they are, but
They.
those goddamn they,
Illuminati.
see, they tried to assassinate President Trump when he was in Hawaii.
Definitely the
For-
Canadians.
He was in Hawaii giving a speech, and they tried to assassinate Trump. They did it by shooting a nuclear bomb at him while he was in Hawaii. Yes,
Assassinated,
but
by the way.
luckily, Trump being a big smart man, Air Force One was launched off the base, and they blew up the nuclear bomb above Hawaii. Why no one saw a massive nuclear bomb blowing up over the top of Hawaii?
was that
I don't know.
That was the
I remember
ballistic
Yeah,
missile
that's
thing.
what it was. That's what it was.
It makes perfect sense.
Now, it was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump by they, whoever they are. Goddamn they.
Well, you need to email back.
Why didn't no one? Why didn't anyone try that when ScoMo was in Hawaii? Let's fucking kill Scott Morrison.
I'm gonna just deflect this missile right now.
Let me just send in Air Force One real quick. Shoots a nuke out of the sky. Definitely won't have a danger zone or anything. Definitely won't rain down
Brought
radiation.
to you
You're
by-
fine.
I like how
Flash
this
fans.
like every episode of the podcast we always end up talking about politics. This is just good.
A political
We didn't talk
podcast.
that much about politics.
We have
it
done.
personal?
We've always in every one so far we've talked about politics.
Okay,
Sky
no,
High.
I wouldn't say talk about
Not-
politics. I'd
not
say
like the
make
whole-
I'd
not
say
the
make
whole
retarded
time.
Jokes about it.
Underlying themes of
Yeah, but we've
politics.
also like actually had like conversations to do
The
with
first one we
politics.
had a conversation about the shitty Black Lives Matter movement. But other
Whoa,
than
We
that,
also talked about like Bob Catter and Australian politics and American
yeah,
politics.
but Bob Catter is a fucking legend, and I genuinely
Is
plan.
Scott Morrison
so
actually a
less.
good prime minister?
He's alright.
Alright.
Like, look, at the end of the day, there's no way you could probably say he's amazing, but I really don't think you've got a leg to stand on to say he's bad.
Who's
he's
the best?
alright.
People's
Who's been the best? Who's been the best?
I don't know. But
People's view on
Tony
him
Abbott, bro.
have been
People-
like, very coincidentally because he's had a shitty time.
yeah,
there's
he's been given a
shitty section
shitload,
of time.
and all things considered, he's done quite good with his shitload.
I mean, Australia is doing pretty good in 2020 at the moment. Well,
We-
apart from like the
considering-
fires.
Considering compared to everyone else, we're doing pretty good. And at the end of the day, Scott Morrison's been given a pretty shit hand. And like, sure, he's not amazing, but he's done pretty decent. And I mean, to act otherwise is just dishonest. I really don't think he's that bad. But to be honest, I don't think we've really had a proper, really, really bad prime minister for some time now. Even Tony Abbott wasn't that bad. At the end of the day, what he actually, when you look at, sure, he said some stupid shit, but so does every prime minister. When you look at what he actually did, didn't really do that much bad overall. Neither did most
Why
of
are you
them.
stacking
Australian
cans, man?
politics is, at the end of the day,
Very uneventful.
very calm, very boring, uneventful, based. Nothing much ever changes or happens
If
dramatically.
you make a mess, I'm clapping.
They're
those
all,
empty?
they're all empty.
Clean the bottom one.
Right, turn them over then.
That was
But
full.
I know.
Fuck, this is retarded. Mate, what the fuck are you doing? This isn't like
But
any
anyway.
Jenga.
Stop playing
That's
empty
it.
Monster Can Django. Ethan. But yeah, no, he was alright at the end of the day. But like I said, it was just Australian politics. At the end of the day, it's been a long time since any of them have ever done something that actually really changes our day-to-day lives that much.
That is true.
Because we have very boring, steady, uneventful based politics.
That's
Which, to be
good.
fair, is a good thing at the end of the day.
good
It's
thing.
not like America where
It
it's
leaves us to
constant insanity and everyone is a fucking two-brain cell fucking retard who's got zero idea how anything actually works.
It leaves
It's my
us to
brain.
do all the retarded shit we want.
Exactly.
Well, most
Costa
of the
votes
retarded
for the Greens.
No, bro.
We
one
signed
nation,
you up for
one
like.
nation.
What else did we sign him up for? Did you end up getting anything from the Scouts Well cult, man?
There was One Nation,
Dunno.
the Greens, Love Australia or Leave.
Labour
Scouts
Party,
well.
baby.
Well,
Scouts.
thankfully,
That was a cult though, not a
thankfully,
political
a
party.
party like the Greens would never get into power. So if they did, then yes, we would have a very shit situation, and America would be a walk in the park. But luckily, the Greens haven't been.
The Greens are
won't ever get
seriously
elected
fucking
Nature
because they're
racist.
reclaims
seriously fucking
Australia.
autistic.
Also, Australia doesn't have like 3 brain cells, so it's all good.
I don't know,
My-
some people.
I think
do.
my favourite moment from the
People
recent
who
past,
vote for Pauline Hanson do.
One Nation is pretty bad, but Greens are just as bad, if not worse. I think my favourite Greens moment from the past couple of years, though, was when we were in the middle of some of the worst bushfires the country's ever seen in all of our history. So many people are dying, lives are being ruined, so many are being destroyed, and the Greens come out saying, firefighters are evil and beat their wives. That was a good moment.
That's a big drama.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Did you know
Yeah.
that? So what happened? So in the middle, you know, remember having those really, really bad bushfires last year?
Yeah.
And it was really,
That was this year.
Was it this year?
It was
Gosh.
January. Well, it was December as well, but mostly January.
Yeah, anyway, we're having those really, really bad bushfires. They literally came out with like some domestic violence post, and they're like, we need to talk about this. Firefighters beat their wives way more than normal people because of the stress of their work, and it's not okay. And we're like, right now, they are they are so important to Australia right now. They are the most important people in the country right now, and you come out slandering them? What the fuck is wrong with you? They're literally the only thing stopping massive cities from getting completely burned to the ground, and you're like, fuck them, they should die.
Dude, even retarded Greens followers were just like, no, this is fucking retarded.
Yeah, even the Green supporters started to realize that was a little too far. Obviously, ended up having to take their statements back. But
The funniest part was seeing like representatives of the Greens going like, we don't support this, and like it was so funny.
Dystopian future where the Greens have won.
that is where I have killed myself. No, I'm joking. That's where I've moved to Switzerland.
I love
I'll just
If in doubt, move to Switzerland, man. If in doubt, move to Switzerland.
What is this, Plague Inc?
Fuck, if I lived in America right now, I would not be living there.
I really
anymore.
like Sweden as well, but everyone gets raped by Syrian refugees in Sweden. So.
Talking about
moment.
Sweden the person or
Well,
Sweden
that's
the country?
mainly just
Both.
Whoa.
that's mainly just females, though, Ethan. I don't think you need to worry too much about getting raped and having your dick cut off.
I just I want to move to both.
It's true.
Both Sweden the person
true.
and Sweden.
Sweden in Sweden.
Look,
Hey, if the Greens win, that's what's happening.
Let's do it.
But no, it's like Sweden the person. She used to always tell me about the stories of
yeah, it has gotten really, really
Syrian,
bad.
because Sweden don't have any they let refugees in.
Yeah, because that's because they didn't have a choice. They're part of the EU.
Yeah.
That's what the EU did. It's the main reason the UK just left it. And if I was in the UK, I would have said, fuck it, leave it too. Because the thing about the EU, it started off as a trading alliance, and then they went, we're going to introduce a currency so that you're all stuck to stay to us, because if you try to leave, your economy will collapse, which was fucking horrible. Luckily, Britain wasn't retarded enough to accept it. Only country that didn't fuck themselves over by agreeing to use the euro. And then they started adding proper, basically just trying to slowly merge it into one unified country. Which,
Sounds a lot like
look, I don't have a problem with a country coming together, but you've got to do it properly. It's a bunch of bureaucrats, not very democratic, really crappy process, run by really shitty people with really questionable decisions. And then they just started
shitty motives
forcing,
as well.
yeah, and then they just started forcing countries to let massive droves of unchecked illegal immigrants and asylum seekers into the country. And it's fine if you say, we want you all to up your teak, but you need to be doing it at least in a controlled, proper manner way. Not just open the floodgates, don't check them, let them swarm in, and just let all hell break loose, which is what they fucking did. The worst part was...
Germany handled it relatively
No,
well.
Germany didn't handle it
Really?
well.
I thought it was a big
Germany
thing- I thought
handled
was a
it
big
very
thing-
bad.
That was a big thing on the news with them
No, Germany handled it really bad because Angela Merkel went, I agree with you, EU, and helped even more with letting the floodgates into Germany. The country that handled the best was Hungary, which to this day hasn't let a single one in, and just pulled their borders up, got the military ready, and just said, fuck you, EU. I don't care if you remember. I just got so Viktor Orban, who was a leader, I just got elected on the policy of not letting immigrants in. Our country has spoken. We don't want them in. Democratically, our country says no, and they says, we don't care. We say you have to. So then the EU and Hungary have just been in a battle because Hungary refuses to let them in, and the EU goes, you have to. And they go, yeah, but our own people said no. And they're saying, we don't care. We're more important. So, but yeah. No, countries like France and Germany, France and Germany are very helpful because they're some of the people who push these things for the EU to be done, because the leading political parties in Germany and France are both supportive of it.
Yeah, because French people are fucking brain dead. Kill them all.
In fact, it was funny. In Italy, a party got elected to based basically on this platform. And Italy's a country where there's a lot of political parties, so it's very messy, and there's a lot of there's pretty much always coalition. It's very messy. Anyway, they get this party wins, and they start massively pretty much shutting all the ports, saying we're not taking more people in. And then every other party formed a coalition together just to kick him out so they could keep letting immigrants in.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but in Sweden, then they just let all the Syrian refugees in.
Spain was
The
pretty
Syrian
bad too.
refugees rape all the women, and,
Yeah,
then,
no,
they,
yeah,
and then they don't get sent to jail because
There's
they're
dramatic
like, oh, the
problems.
refugees.
There's
and then-
dramatic problems in all the countries where there's been this influx. Increased crime, increased rape, increased genital mutilation, and especially in countries like Sweden, it's getting really bad with the rape and genital mutilation of women. And I mean, they had to put up bulletproof glass around the Eiffel Tower. It got so bad.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
put up bulletproof
Yeah,
glass around
they
the
put
Eiffel
up like a
Tower.
2 foot. Like
You're not allowed to climb. Like you're not allowed to climb, or maybe you have to get
They
like
put up-
special exemption to climb it now because they got all the glass around.
Yeah, like
mean-
you're
what
allowed
do you mean
in.
climb
You're
it?
allowed in, but there's like a security
Yeah.
system to get in. There's like a 2 meter bulletproof glass, and you got security to go into the Eiffel Tower.
It used to be open with like
Yeah,
a
I know.
line, and then it's
Yeah.
just like you got the elevator up, and
Yeah.
then it's I remember that, and then you just had the glass
Yeah,
there,
you've
so
been.
people wouldn't commit suicide and
I've
jump
been
off
to
and kill
Paris.
themselves.
Will in Paris.
But yeah, no, it's gone bad.
Oui.
But it's started to get
Yeah,
better.
I know.
because
I-
actually intelligent people are starting to get elected and stopping it.
For how much I hate France. I have been to France quite a few times.
You want to know a fun fact about like Sweden, Norway, Denmark? You know how
I
everyone
love
always-
Sweden. It's
You
one
know
of
how
my favorite
everyone always
countries.
talks about how they're super socialist?
Yeah, yeah.
They're more capitalist than pretty much any other countries in the world. They are more capitalist than America. They have one of the best free markets in the world. The reason they have stuff like free healthcare and all these public benefits is because they're incredibly capitalist. They've got pretty much everything privatized, very little regulations, so their economy booms because of it.
Yeah.
Which is how
I
stuff
fucking
should
love
work.
Sweden. I fucking love Sweden. It's one of my favorite countries. I
love
like
capitalism.
Volvo,
Not capitalism is a
Koenigsegg,
generally good economic system.
Saab, IKEA, all great things.
I feel like you literally just like it because of the cars.
Baba Bowie.
other person. Cut that out.
A lot of positives.
But
How
yeah,
did
no.
the data not going, by the way?
Yeah, how did it go? You never gave us details.
I can imagine
but-
well, but...
Is
but-
he sliding it?
I've not spoken to him much since. So
Yeah, so no, it didn't go well.
no, we were gonna hang out again, but then like I got busy with school and she got busy with work.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure that's what it was, Ethan.
Anyway,
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
anyway, so just cut that out.
Anyway,
Yeah,
since we don't want to talk about politics,
shoes on the
get into a
shoes on the
political
couch.
discussion.
Put him down.
Shoes on the couch. Oh, it annoys me.
Either
Mate.
that, or we could put a pillow underneath.
Just
They're
Take
very
the-
clean.
Yeah, but
shoes on the couch.
Etiquette, Oliver. Etiquette.
It's not even Costa's house and I'm getting annoyed. It's just like being a polite house guest is you don't put shoes on the couch.
Oh, and Costa.
I don't even let people wear shoes in my house.
Coaster,
Don't
like
you?
drinks on the coaster.
It's really annoying when your fucking deck is dusty as hell.
Yeah, well no, you can wear shoes on my deck.
Well, yeah, no, but it's the fact that I need to take off my shoes.
Constantly
No, like at a
those
party
shoes.
that's different. But like if we were like
Yeah.
around my house like this, then
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
my
Anyway.
shoes off.
I'm fine.
Because
I'm
if
the
I
same.
don't, like my
Anyway.
like the wood in like the bamboo floor,
Do you ever sweep your deck?
I will clean it before.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just
The
trying to
bamboo floor,
polite ghost.
is like it was like $50,000.
Wait, we don't have
and
to
it
worry
anyway,
about fucking
gets
spilled
ruined.
alcohol.
Guys,
anymore.
can we not talk about,
Sorry,
party stuff when we're trying to film a podcast?
that's fine.
Party.
What about the fact that his deck?
Alright guys, so we're having a party 29th of
And
August.
you're all invited.
You're all invited to
Calm
come.
down.
All 0 of you are invited to our crappy party.
You're actually not, so if you're listening, don't come to my
No.
house, please.
I don't think any of them
RSVP.
know where you live, buddy.
Hang on, let me just
No,
pull it up
because
on
the
Snapchat.
only people who listen to this know me in real life, so they know where I live.
Yeah, but if they didn't get invited, they'll get the message.
To be fair, we don't usually.
You're not
invite
fucking
them.
invited. Don't come.
You're all coming.
If you got invited, you'd know, because you'd be in the group chat. If you're not in the group chat, sorry, you're not good enough for us. Go kill yourself. Hey, someone had to say it.
We hate our audience.
Except for Janae, it's just, that's a different situation. but she
We
knows
want money.
We've talked to her about it.
We want your money.
Subscribe to our Patreon today to be invited to Ethan's party.
We actually need to start a Patreon.
Yeah, subscribe to our Patreon, and you can come to our parties.
that. To be fair, I don't think any of us would care if Chris came. It's just
Chris
doesn't
wouldn't do
drink,
anything. I'll give you a
doesn't
Chris.
do
Okay.
Baba Bowie.
Okay, we're gonna
Yes,
cut.
he
We're gonna
did
cut
drink.
all this out
Let me
again.
guess.
God damn it!
Baba Bowie.
Yeah, being a nuisance for the whole street.
Oh no, I'm already a nuisance for the whole street. I'm the only car guy on our street.
You notice how,
Why is your car
both
so
two of your
loud?
neighbors fucking hate you.
Me and my dad were getting the bay running the other day, and we were there
Did you
revving
end up-
it. And,
Did you end up
like-
getting it running?
Yeah, it's running. It's
Why is
just
your car
running on
so
3 cylinders.
damn loud?
Did he steal your parts again?
Yes, and it's still running on 3 cylinders.
Anyway, what were we supposed to be talking about?
Gay.
Okay, guys,
Negative
we got
stuff.
distracted by talking about personal stuff again because we're retarded and we are terrible podcast
This is
hosts, and
literally
we're
shittest
below
podcast
average.
episode
we
yet.
don't know
We're
how
not,
to
we're not
fucking
shit. We're
make
below
one.
average.
90% of
So-
the content is just gonna get cut because
It's
we keep
enjoyable.
getting
I hope
derailed with
you're
the personal
enjoying it.
shit.
So,
I'm fine with talking about
we're back now. Okay, guys, where were we? What were we talking about?
Parties.
something about something
up,
about
Costa. Bring
religion
it back.
and or fucking. Actually, no, we're talking about nationalism.
Let's go back
alright.
to talking about
Barry.
shit.
We were talking about people getting
We're talking about
raped
Sweden.
in Sweden.
That was it.
Yeah, well, let's get off the political stuff. Let's talk about shitty celebrities.
Yeah. That was a
Back
good-
to shitty celebrities.
Hey man, that was a good fucking
Yeah.
topic, and I feel like we can make something out of it.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
No. It's hard to talk about like favorite celebrities. It's easier to say celebrities are shit.
Least
I don't have a
favorite.
favorite celebrity.
Least favorite celebrities.
See, here's the thing. Amy Schumer.
She is so funny. Am I right, guys?
I'll tell you what, Amy Schumer, not only is she a terrible person, a joke thief, shit at what she does, and unfunny, she quite literally makes it really hard for any female to get into comedy because she just completely ruined their reputation.
Wow.
Oh, dude, I remember seeing a video.
Can we
pop
just
up-
all say that Rebel Wilson is
Not
Not a good.
just as unfunny as Amy Schumer?
Yep.
Rebel Wilson is the Australian Amy Schumer.
She really is.
Here's
I
the
really
thing.
hate her.
They are
Here's the
both fantastic. Go on.
Rebel Wilson.
Melissa
she's more-
McCarthy, just as unfunny. These are just, I can just reel off the really unfunny female
Hannah
comedians.
Gatsby, that's another unfunny Australian.
Hello, boy.
comedian.
Should I?
Oh,
Edit
wow.
I
this
don't know who
out.
that is.
How'd you go, mate? George, no news?
No.
Why not?
I called him twice. I need to call him again tomorrow.
Why? What's it dark in here for? Why did you,
Dad, can we talk about this later?
how come you didn't, huh? How come you didn't,
I was busy.
Oh, so you rang up and what, no response?
No
Is that-
response. No.
Okay, you rang up again, there's still no response.
Yeah.
So what happened? What, you ring up and they put you on hold. It's like one of those phone
No,
numbers
it's-
where
There's no one there.
no one's there, so it's just rang out. Alright, make sure you got the right number. You guys hungry? You just gonna eat?
Yeah, we just
We
ate.
already ate. It's alright.
We just got burrito bar.
Yeah. We got chips.
Nah, not hungry.
Offers your chips.
Yeah.
You want a dog?
Oh, take him. Take him.
You want a dog?
Goodbye, Tim Tam.
Rest in peace.
And welcome back.
That was,
Who were you trying to call?
DFR.
What's DFR?
Defense Force Recruiting.
Oh yeah, is that Dan was on the phone?
Dan was on the phone with them.
Dan was
Dan
on
was
the
on the phone with them
Oh, yeah.
today.
Yeah. So why weren't you on the phone? Did you actually ring
He
them
knows
or
how
did
he
you?
just took
I
the
got
knives
him
off.
okay,
Can
can I just say real quick, who's your dad going to murder? Because he just took one of the knives and left.
He's like,
He took two of them.
take this one.
He didn't take one knife. He took two.
I honestly, I love how your dad speaks.
I think he took two.
Your dad is.
I honestly love how your
Just
dad speaks.
casually.
I don't know why. Why does he have like a tinge of
I
like
don't
New Zealand? Like
I-
Oh, yeah, he does.
accent in there,
He
like-
does.
He walked in. He's like, hey bro. Like,
Yeah, walks in, hey bro, just casually goes and starts selecting which knives he wants to take as he just talks to his son casually about a phone conversation in front of all of his friends who are now just awkwardly sitting there like, what's going on?
It's the fact that he's more preoccupied with the knives that
Yeah.
makes it so much better. Where he's like,
Which ones do I want?
yeah, what was that?
all right, guys.
I need to inspect them.
All right, guys. We're back again. We're sorry. Costa's dad walked in, started selecting a knife to murder someone.
Oh, it's
Right,
And,
You know,
um,
standard Greek stuff.
Yeah, standard Greek stuff. Anyway, that was a great conversation. What were we
Alright,
talking about?
Amy
Celebrities,
Schumer.
unfunny celebrities that we
Yeah,
hate.
great
Rebel
comedians.
Wilson. Rebel Wilson.
She's
Here's the thing.
just as bad. She's not funny, and all of her comedy is, ha, I'm not attractive. Ha ha ha. I'm not attractive.
You're
I'm fat.
beautiful
Ha, ha, ha.
on the inside.
Maybe, yeah, that's why she made the movie Feel Pretty or whatever the fuck it was called.
She's made.
Where it was just like
Coke movie.
it was just like I'm fat but I look good, which she doesn't. She's
It's all
like
good.
The thing
so
is,
fucking
the thing
ugly.
is, literally every single movie she's ever been in, her character, one of the main, like
The
the
key
main,
character trait is
literally,
fat.
her character's plotline is always, oh my god, no one loves me because I'm fat and ugly. And then, no, I'm actually really beautiful and empowered, and I love my femininity. That's how it ends. That's every single movie,
that's
even
what
if that's
Rebel
got
Wilson's-
nothing to do with what it is.
That's what like Rebel Wilson's movies.
The best
are
part
about.
about
Yeah.
the best part of this
A
entire
vagina.
thing is the two
It's
fat
like,
people
sorry,
commenting on the
that's
her
just
being fat
not
and
true.
nice.
Yeah, but I know I'm fat and
know.
unattractive, so who
You
cares?
missed that
Ew.
too.
I'm not retarded enough to walk around going, I'm really hot. If you don't love me, women, you're a fucking horrible person, and you should burn in hell and be arrested.
Incel.
How dare you not love me?
Oh, I remember seeing the compilation video of interviews saying she doesn't steal jokes. Amy Schumer was like, I don't steal jokes.
Yeah.
And then directly
Yeah.
showing is like her
Literally.
joke and then the person
She-
she
But the
told.
thing
She
is-
steals jokes, butchers the delivery, and then just goes back to her same shtick of, haha, vagina smelly. Haha, I have vagina. Haha.
Listen there.
It's like, you're not funny. Please,
Yeah.
go die in a hole somewhere.
It's funny how unfunny she is. Like it's
Describing how unfunny she is more funny than her delivering jokes.
honestly.
Fuck,
She
you know?
really is just so shit.
Punchline.
Punchline equals
What's
vagina.
another like? What's another celebrity that's just like
Shit at what they do?
no,
Will
like
Smith,
not even
The Rock.
shit at not even like shit at what they do. Just like
Vin Diesel.
just like a terrible person.
Terrible human being.
Terrible
overall.
human beings. We've already discussed Ellen. I don't know. Justin Bieber.
Justin
There's
Bieber
lots
is a
of them.
detestable human being.
That's low hanging fruit.
Miley
That is
Cyrus is
low-hanging fruit.
retarded.
Miley
That's
Cyrus.
again low hanging fruit.
Cardi B, but we've already
Cardi
discussed that.
Is there a Cardi A?
Cardi A.
6ix9ine. Another horrible
Cardi C.
person.
You know, I reckon
Oh.
I reckon that Costa celebrity is pretty fucking retarded, man.
Hey man, we are
Not
celebrities.
yet, Will.
We
Not
are
a
celebrities.
celebrity
We have
just yet.
We have a very famous podcast. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Well,
Anyway,
That
Two
the
Cat
fucking
podcast.
the
What was I
Oliver.
gonna say? Oh, Tom Cruise. He's a bit of a meme because he's a Scientologist.
yeah, he is.
Most of the fucking celebrities who are in.
I didn't
Scientology.
realize how many
It's
Scientology
huge,
celebrities
man.
there are.
Yeah, there
Until
are
I was
a
looking
lot.
at it the other day.
There are a
There
lot.
is so many more than you
how
think.
many are
It's
there?
just sad. There's like
Wait.
50 decently big name celebrities who are members.
You
I
need
think
to
Tom
get-
Cruise is the
That's a
biggest.
celebrity.
There-
He's
Tom
He's
Cruise is the
biggest,
biggest,
Tom
but
Cruise
there is a
huge.
lot.
Although to be fair to Tom Cruise, he's a good actor for the type of films he does.
Eh,
For the type of films he does.
He-
yeah.
he's-
I get,
he does
he's
it
good. Like
well.
the Mission Impossible films
Yeah.
are good, but
He's good at
Costa,
being...
was that Sexercise that I just saw?
Perhaps.
Tom Cruise is a good actor for standard,
Action
low
film.
plot level action movies. He's good at that. I'll give him that. But he is a shit person.
Next time you speak with Barry, please get his views on Scientology. I want to hear them.
I'm looking at it.
I can't imagine he has any. He probably just thinks it's a lot of shit. Once again, he's a spiritualist.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe
Why
he thinks
is
it's
this
run by some
charging slow?
crazy criminal family.
I don't know. The charge is a bit fucky.
Yeah, because on mine it says charging
To
rapidly.
be fair,
David
maybe
Campbell.
to be
It's
fair,
only on 19%.
Instead of fucking turbo power.
maybe he thinks it's like a front for a criminal syndicate. Who knows? It's Barry. But I do know that he definitely doesn't believe it's real because
That's
he's
who
a
they are.
next level
Scientology.
spiritualist.
Fuck, dude.
No. I feel like Tom Cruise is the biggest, most well
At
known.
least
is.
there's like two other really well-known ones as well, though.
Like
Wikipedia.
Scientology, let's be honest.
Bring up the Wikipedia page and scroll down to the bottom.
you
There's a list.
still have 6
There's
inches
like
of your
two-
sub.
I forgot I had this. I was just sitting here.
There's like
just-
two other really well-known, 2 or 3 other really well-known ones.
Like, let's be honest,
Oh,
Scientology is not a church, it's a cult.
Pause it here. I'll find it.
Oh, it is.
It's they like if you
It's a
leave,
big
it's
cult.
scary,
if you
man.
leave, like have you guys seen the Louis Theroux?
No.
Louis Theroux, my favorite documentary.
No, we
ever.
watched a couple
I've
clips
seen
of it in
him.
film.
I've
Real
seen
quick.
him live.
Real quick.
I fucking
Hey,
love Louis
guys,
Theroux.
real quick.
Louis Theroux. How do you?
Some other big ones.
Oh, fuck.
Jennifer
Well, you're
Aspin.
a fag for him.
Jennifer Aspin's a member of
Yeah,
Scientology.
Yeah, yeah.
David Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise, obviously. Sky Dayton.
Sky Jones.
There's another pretty big one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Michael Pena.
Don't know what that is.
John Travolta. That was the other
John
one.
Travolta.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about John Travolta,
Didn't
man.
even know
Yeah,
that.
so there's
But
a
yeah,
couple
you know,
really well-known ones
I
in
need to
there.
try.
Yeah, you know, like it's like what the fuck was I saying? I don't even know. Oh yeah, Louis Theroux. He made the documentary on Scientology, and it's literally like when you leave, like they literally
Yeah.
they send people to just ruin your life.
They send people to ruin your life, monitor everything
Yeah.
you do. And
Yeah, so like
what
you
the
can
fuck.
never get a job or anything.
Yeah.
Like you can.
They have a huge amount of power. It's like it's
Yeah.
actually scary.
Yeah, because to be a member, you have to forfeit 30% of your salary to them. And when you've got big rich
no,
members
to be-
like Tom Cruise, that's a good bit of spending money.
Yeah. To be the top level like Tom Cruise's, it costs it costs like $3 million to get to that level.
Yeah, and you have to.
And then you have to do the salary.
30% of your salary goes to them. Plus, if you remember a church strategy, you're not allowed to communicate with any like family member, anyone in your life that you like.
Yeah.
If they're not a member of church Scientology, you have to cut them out.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
All right, everyone, let's join.
No.
It's like that's sort of the same as the Westboro Baptist Church. Like if you're part of the Westboro Baptist Church, you cannot talk to anyone who is outside of it.
Yeah.
But that Louis Theroux documentary, it was fucking, man. Like
Which one?
the one about Scientology.
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
where he was constantly being followed. Like
Yeah, he was being followed a lot by them.
it was kind of they were trying to be open in like air quotes, and like they were everything they did, they acted like 5-year-old children, where they were like, you're not allowed to be
It was
filming
funny
this
when
while they
Louis
were
Theroux.
filming him.
It was funny when Louis Theroux was at the road next to the Scientology, and they're like, which was a public road, but they're like trying to get Louis Theroux to leave and stuff.
Got it.
And so they were filming Louis Theroux.
Yeah, that's been.
And Louis just gets his phone out and starts filming that. Even though like he's filming a documentary, there's already cameras there. He gets his phone out and starts
He
filming.
doesn't
it.
approve of
Anyway.
porn.
And he knows the person who's like, and he's like, hello, are you Catherine? Like sticking the camera in the face.
Anyway,
He doesn't
That shit was
approve of
funny.
porn. and
He
it's
talked about it at
fucking
his live
funny.
show. That shit was
Anyway.
hilarious.
what other shitty celebrities are there? There's plenty. Let's just keep...
There's plenty of them, but
Most
Louis Theroux, the
influencers.
best celebrity.
Harvey Weinstein.
He's
Yeah,
not a
that's just too
celebrity.
boring. And even then, like,
He
I know
is.
he was a big name in like what he did, but at the end of the day, no one really like.
No one knew any details about
No
him.
one, no one cared that much about him. He was a big like
Yeah, 'cause he's a
director,
director
he's a
and
Hollywood
producer, isn't he?
director,
He's not-
producer.
Yeah.
Not
So
even
he's not like an actor.
not even a
standard members
revolutionary.
of the public don't really.
What
never
did he
really-
make? What did he
I
make? Like
don't know, he
movies,
directed
TV
lots.
shows, stuff like that.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
What
he
are some of the
lots.
stuff
Yeah,
he
of course
actually
he did.
made?
I'm the research man.
Search real quick. What his most
One
successful
which is on
is he
Pizza.
did. He'd done a lot.
Hmm.
And been involved in a lot. But yeah.
Honestly, man.
Turns out they're my favorite movies.
Do you know who are like?
Good Will Hunting, Django Unchanged.
What? Just chuck us the list.
It's not
Oh,
Unchained.
Glorious
It's Unchained,
Bastard.
isn't it?
Okay.
It is Unchained.
Django Unchained.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Shakespeare in Love, Good Will Hunting, English Patient, Scream.
Damn, so
Yeah,
he's done some big shit.
Coach, Inglourious Bastards, Kill Bill, Untouchable,
Kill Bill.
Scary Movie, Lord of the Rings, King's Speech,
Scary movies. Like.
Spy Kids. Let's go.
Damn.
Did
Did he rape those kids?
Oh,
He wasn't like a.
Did he
well,
rape the Spy Kids?
Supposedly he wasn't a child rapist.
Yeah, no, he was just like
oh,
sexual-
you want to be an actress in my movie?
Yeah.
All right,
Suck
that'll
my
be
dick.
2 blowjobs.
Yeah. Like.
The Hateful Eight.
If you want to give me those blowjobs for free, and I can
Piranha
get you a movie in like 5 years.
3D.
Yeah, man.
Piranha 3D.
telling you, it's like really efficient though.
Miss
Immoral?
Potter.
Yes.
Yeah, so he was involved in a lot of the Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Let's go!
And he was involved in he was involved in the
That's getting a sequel,
scary movies, the Kill Bills, the Lord of the Rings, in quite a few of them. So yeah.
my dream journal.
Oh no. Fuck.
Anyway,
Mr. Electric.
I wouldn't be
classic
surprised
Such
if in
a
like a couple
classic
years'
movie.
time something came out about Michael Bay doing that to other people as well. 'Cause
movie. I know he could actually be a sexual predator though, because he was he went to Jeffrey Epstein's island quite a bit. And given the fact he's known for some interesting sexual exploits, it wouldn't be very surprising if it turned out he was having some fun with some kids.
So the whole thing around Epstein's Island, so they actually had children on the island.
Yeah, so when
is
when
that
I
where
say
the
children-
let us go
operation
there and
was?
ask.
So basically, the way it worked. So he owned this island.
Let's go to
But basically,
Epstein's
let
Island
us
for
go.
research.
He used to constantly bring
trip, let's go.
people over there. Not all the time was it. He just owned like a mansion there and then had a little thing. But he did. It was like the main place that he did like his him and his friends who were also into it did the raping of kids. When I say kids, though, it wasn't like 8-year-olds. It was like 15. No, it was like mid to late teens, which is still fucked up. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's not like little kids.
Was it
Not Michael Jackson
So were they
But,
like?
yeah, but not everyone who went there was necessarily knew about it or was in on it. It's just some people were. So it was like the way they got the kids though was his partner, not like his like the person who helped him, Maxine Giswell. She used to just like coerce and trick younger females into like coming to the island, and then it would sort of be like,
That's messed up.
you know,
If you want to stay here, you gotta have sex with Epstein.
not really any choice. He flat out
But-
just rape. A lot of them were just flat out raped.
Yeah.
We
It's
will
not like-
give you $1 million.
That's a porn plot.
Yeah,
You
some
want
of
to
them.
stay in my mansion? Suck my dick.
Some of them were paid, but a lot of them were just like coerced into coming, not quite realizing what they were getting themselves into,
Yeah.
and then just getting flat out raped.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
So yeah, and then there
Like
were some people,
literally raped or like pushed into it. Like
No, like, literally
like
raped.
literally like held down and
Yeah,
fucked.
like
Oh,
this, literally.
shit.
That's us.
Yeah, some of them were like pressured into it. Some of them were just really uncomfortable, didn't know what to do. Some of those, and then there are some that have come out and said straight up, he started making advances. I said no, then he just pinned me down on the bed and raped me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Oh, this was what I was trying to
Victory
find.
Royale.
Okay, so there's this fake thing where someone was like, "Oh my God, someone bought Epstein's island," and a bunch of people actually believed it because they're retarded.
No.
It's a shitty Photoshop job of Jeffrey Epstein, and look at the name. It says basically, "I did not kill myself."
Let's have a look.
Fucking.
that's pretty funny. That's pretty
But
funny.
a bunch of fucking people actually believed it, and it was like, "There's no way this is a coincidence, guys. He didn't kill himself." Oh, fucking hell.
Well, he obviously didn't kill himself. I mean,
Nah, bro.
I refuse to believe
There is.
that he fucking commits suicide.
Yeah, but I
If there was one or two coincidences, sure.
There's
But
like- there's a
amount of
massive
coincidences
list.
and the amount of procedures that were broken, he was supposed to have a cellmate. He didn't. There was a guard that was supposed to be watching. Wasn't there. The security cameras magically malfunctioned. He was on suicide watch when he said he didn't want to be on suicide watch, and that he shouldn't have been on suicide watch when he was. There was like 8 or 10 massive procedural things that were broken, massive coincidences like security cameras malfunctioning.
Yeah.
There was even like leaps and like stretches in logic where he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, he's like what 6 foot tall," and then the thing that he hung himself off was like it was like not even
Yeah.
6 feet off the ground and
Yeah.
like all this stuff.
So
It's like-
what? So like he escaped? Or
No,
are
no,
we
no, no,
talking
no, no.
someone
No,
else?
he's fallen.
No, no, no,
He's dead.
no,
Someone
no,
else
he's definitely
killed
dead.
him.
He's
The
dead.
thing is,
But the
when he
colonialism-
Hillary
got
that
when he got killed, it seemed very likely that he was most likely about to start naming names to try and save
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
So it's very likely that one of his countless incredibly wealthy, powerful people went, I don't want to go to
Just had
jail.
him killed off.
Bye bye.
Was
The
it?
prime suspect of
Was
that
it the Clintons?
Yeah, they were like a
I
big
mean,
suspect.
Bill Clinton is definitely. Bill Clinton had flown, so he had Jeffrey Epstein owned a jet called the Lolita Express.
Oh, no.
Jeffrey Epstein. I'm sorry, Bill Clinton had been on that jet something like 25 times.
Yeah.
Way more than pretty much anyone else. He'd been to his island countless times, and considering Bill Clinton's history with having fun with younger women while being married, it doesn't seem like too much of a stretch.
I'm surprised Hillary's still with him.
I don't know. It really does not show
a lot of
great
money
moral.
and power. So
I know.
It's
but
literally just
it's just for Mario.
He was president. I'm staying with him.
Yeah, and then she wanted to be president. Not
Yeah.
that it worked out, thankfully. But I mean, she's.
I mean, yeah, like in the 2016 election, like
We're back to
there was
politics. Hell
there was
yeah.
Trump and there was Hillary, but and they're both retarded and awful. But let's be honest, Trump was the better one.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton was fucking horrendous. She flat out was like threatening to nuke countries. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
well,
run
not
it?
even not even elected yet.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's like.
Make
And
America great.
all things other than Trump saying lots of stupid shit, when you look at what he actually does, he really hasn't done much bad. He's done a lot of good. And this whole him.
Yeah,
like,
he says stupid shit, but he never
mainly,
follows through
yeah,
on
he
it.
mainly just does mainly good stuff. And when he
Social
tries to do
media, right?
stupid shit, it gets stopped. I'm not saying that he's good. He's still shit, but he isn't nearly as bad as people make him. And the thing with the COVID, everyone's giving him shit for it. Why America's COVID situation is shit. He can't actually have done much about it. Most of the stuff, like lockdowns, mask bans,
No one
social
follows
distancing.
it. It's
no.
so retarded.
The thing is, but he doesn't even have the power to make that in because of the way the American system is made. Each state and counties have to do that themselves. He doesn't have the authority to do that because America, the way their constitution and their whole system was written, because they're so paranoid about an organization ever getting an inch of power. They have it set up so that everyone just has a tiny little bit of power. So that it's just a really fucked up system with really dodgy jurisdictional shit, which is one of the reasons so much stuff like politics and the policing system
Even
in
something as
America
basic as,
is so shit.
even
Because
something
the
as basic
system
as
is
shipping
just crap.
taxes.
Yeah, because they've set it up that they don't want anyone to even have a little bit of power. So they've just got it set up so that tens of thousands of people have very small amounts of power.
Even fucking shopping at like mini marts is like complicated there. Like they're like, oh no, it's like you can't have this much like whatever, and then it's
It's weird.
Limitations on stuff you can
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah, limitations on stuff you can buy. Like
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
then the taxes
So it's
on
like,
like
so it's
on
like a
certain
lot of the
items.
stuff like Trump initiated a travel ban on countries like China before a lot of other countries did, which was actually quite good. But that was pretty much all he could really do, other than encourage people to social distance and wear masks, which he did do.
No, he didn't.
No, he did. He's
Not
no,
at first, but he did it a lot later than everyone
He
else
did.
did.
He did it. No, he didn't encourage people to do masks and social distancing at first, but he did start to do it.
He did start to do it, but it was a lot.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have the power to make people do that. It's up to the states and the counties because of their shitty
No,
power
all
system. So it's like you can only really
Like a
blame him
fucking
for so
cat,
much.
How would you make
And he did
America
do
great
quite a
again?
bit. He did do a lot that he had the power to do to help try and stop the spread. But America's just
Retarded?
Plus with the retarded Black Lives Matter movement at the same time, that didn't exactly
The
help.
fucking idiots in like Florida. Like
Oh,
Florida's fucked.
Florida is
Florida's
really-
always been
The
fun.
Because it's full of like Karen boomers
No,
And just retards.
that like go there for retirement. Like it's.
it's so
it's the
fucking
retirement
funny.
state, and it's just full of retards.
I'm
It make-
so
it makes
glad-
great
like,
content.
I'm so glad that we live in Australia. Like we
Yeah.
take the piss, but like let's be honest, this is
We-
one of
Yes,
this is one of the best first world
Yeah.
countries to live. in.
Great lives.
it is.
I mean, the UK is I love it more than Australia, but that's mostly just because I was born there.
Nostalgia.
It's just the UK's fucked. America's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, other than like Switzerland and some other European countries, Australia is pretty fucking good.
We're very much high up on that list.
Like actually, like if you look at like the statistics on like, you know, like
Yeah, we're
like
really good on
crime
most
and
stuff.
like
Crime, happiness,
like best place to live
We're-
and like
livability,
like
all
average
that, yes.
income and stuff
Pretty
like
sure
that.
we
we're
are
high up.
we are one of, if not the best. Like
I mean, for like
like
5
English-
years in a row, Melbourne was voted the best city in the world to live in.
Yeah,
even though most
In
people,
terms of well-being, even though it's a
Melbourne.
fucking hot, it's like one of the worst cities in
Australia.
Australia, and it's full of coronavirus at the moment. But still,
And the award
like,
goes
even-
to Brisbane.
even with like some of the COVID restrictions in America, it's just on the basis that the citizens there are retarded, and they were
Yes.
like they just decided, oh, we'll break it anyways, and then they were surprised when they got infected.
yeah. It's at the same time. It's also just like America's system is just so shit. At the end of the day, if you actually properly dive into how their systems work, in a situation like COVID, there's just not proper system set up where it can be easily dealt with like federal mandates, because no one has enough power to do anything in a situation like this, because they're so fucking
Evenly
paranoid that
distributed.
everyone has a small amount of power.
It's also a shoddy system that was built off the basis of paranoia, and then like
Yeah.
because of the paranoia, no one is allowed to review it and then change it in significant ways. So it's like
At the end of the day, they
it's
need to
like-
adopt a lot of systems like what we have here if they actually want to improve a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but
Still
they're
don't.
not
yeah,
going
but
to do
but
that.
they never
Americans
have,
are too stubborn and think they're the best
Yes.
in the world when they're actually not. They're one of the worst.
Yeah.
Pretty
Why do
sure
you think
in-
they still use Imperial? Why do you think their education
Their
system
education
is so
system
shit?
most
is
of-
fucked. They don't have free healthcare and everything. Like,
In
it's
most of
just-
their education system, they're literally being taught now. It's like America's a shitty piece of shit country. Why are you still supporting it?
Yeah.
honestly.
It's really funny. But then people get
Like they don't
angry
even
'cause it's
fucking
political.
teach geography.
Don't they?
In
No,
America, they
their
don't teach
geography. They do, but their geography is the geography of America,
Of America.
because their whole education system is based around we're the greatest country. No one else matters. Everything that happens in other countries do not matter. We are
They
the
like
only
literally-
country that
Americans-
They
matters.
literally only
Americans-
get taught American history.
Americans, yeah.
They get taught American history, American geography. They don't get taught much globally because
America-
it's a shit education
Like
system.
Americans, when you look at, there was like a map a while ago, like when the America-Iran thing happened.
Oh yeah,
Someone made a map and it was like, where is Iran? And they asked like,
Oh.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
asked like a
they
few,
chose the
they
big.
asked like a few thousand Americans, and like there was
I
a
think
surprising
there was
amount
like
of them
10%
that
of
said
them that
America,
said America
was Iran.
Iran.
They said Iran was inside America,
It was enemy within, man.
and then the
fuck.
rest of them were like Europe and like Africa.
yeah.
Yeah.
A few in India. Some people said Australia was Iran and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
They were
there was
legitimately
only
basing it off
there
of
was
size.
Tasmania.
there was only like a couple percent that said
Yeah.
around.
I
was
think
around.
in that, I know the one you're talking about. I think it was like only 20% out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But it's like that.
did,
There's tons
they
of
did that for
countries-
thousands
there's
of people,
tons-
so 20% is not a lot. Like,
Yeah, there's tons where they get thousands of people and they just do general geography, world geography, like naming countries, even stuff like the UK, France. That a really
General
fun one.
common knowledge
A really
stuff.
fun one is like name the countries of Europe and why. I can understand
Fun one.
not getting all the smaller ones, but stuff like
the
getting-
ones in like
yeah,
Eastern
I-
Europe, like around like Macedonia,
yeah,
Bosnia.
and in the Balkans and stuff. Like I
Yeah.
understand if some people who aren't into geography, people not like me.
I know the Balkans.
What do you know? All the former Yugoslav states? Can
You
point to them and
you
name
like
them?
geology?
That's
Just
the
name all
bonus.
the countries.
Fuck
You literally did the meme where it's like you like geology, name all the countries, man. Fuck.
Sure, no problem.
I know-
I'll do it off-
I know you
can do it
will.
off the top of my head. But no, like literally, a lot of them can't even get France, the UK, Italy,
Yeah.
Spain, Germany.
Yeah.
They
Like all
can't
the
even
big
get
ones.
those right. It's like, how can you not get those right?
But then they get all sooky and complaining when you can't name individual small states that have very little effect on anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Where's Rhode Island? I don't fucking know.
No.
Because
like up-
idiot!
It's like
Don't
up
know
near
America?
New York somewhere. I know that.
Yeah,
Like,
all
Washington.
the extensive amount of states they have. Another example of their paranoia of not letting anyone have too much power. That's another example of it. They don't need 50 fucking states. Some of those states have small. Half the states in the middle have a smaller population than fucking Brisbane does, man.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
retarded.
literally, it's like, what the fuck?
No, and then
are you doing?
even then.
and then
remember
there's
the kind-
Australia, which is the same size, which only has like 8, isn't it?
Pardon?
How many states and territories do we have?
Jesus, Ethan.
Like 8,
We have 7 states and territories.
7. So
yeah.
yeah, but we're the same size as America, but we only have 7.
No, but even more retarded
Yeah,
is
we're
that
about
they,
the same size land-wise. To be fair, we are population difference.
Population
there's,
is
there's like
hugely
3
different.
states in
Oh
America.
yeah, but
in
There's
populated
3 or 4
populated
states in
land.
America that have more population than the entire country of Australia.
but when you look at like the
Yeah, I
pointless
know.
ones in the middle that have such
Yeah.
a small
Yeah,
population,
no,
what's
but
the
then
point in
even
having them,
even
you
then
know?
those ones in the middle still get split up into like 5, 10, 15 different counties.
The only ones that would actually make somewhat sense to split up a little would be places like California, Texas, Florida. The ones they don't split up. The ones where there's actually a large amount of
There's a large amount of
Yeah.
population who have significant power
So
over
you
like
group
what
you
happened.
group them together, and you give Trump more power.
But yeah, like the states have a lot of counties. Like that's the same as the UK. The UK has fucking, and every county
they've got a
has a
ton.
different accent, which
What
is
the fuck's
weird.
an accent?
Accent.
Oh, accent.
Accent.
I thought you said accent, and I'm like, what the fuck's that?
Accent. They have a different accent.
It
Arson.
did sound like you said accent, to be fair.
I said accent.
What's that?
But yeah, like I don't know. I know barely any like UK counties.
Here we have suburbs, but they operate entirely differently than counties do.
We have what?
We have suburbs.
That's
yeah.
different.
But suburbs
That's
more-
different.
suburbs-
to a
no,
county.
no,
That's
suburbs
different.
more
That's
classified.
different to a
No,
county.
no, different.
Very different.
We have
No.
shires. We have
Oh, yeah,
shires
fair.
in Australia,
Yeah.
which is probably the most similar thing.
Yeah.
But
we have
America
in
has
the UK.
suburbs,
And
Yeah.
America does. Yeah.
and so does
Edit
UK.
that out.
Suburbs are different.
Fucking hell. But
The closest thing we have is probably shires, but once again,
What's an example of a shire around here?
yeah,
Like
what?
Greater Brisbane? Like
No,
that
there-
sort of thing?
there's-
I think Greater Brisbane
No,
is
there's
the
there's
shire.
there's
They're not
Brisbane
all
City,
called
Ipswich-
shires, but still.
It's not called shires. I know what you're talking
That's
about.
the yeah, but that's
Some
like
of
the
them are
city
called
council.
shires.
That's like the city
but
council.
it-
Like
I-
Emerald
in
is
the
in
new-
the Emerald Shire.
In the new
Yeah.
like COVID restrictions they had for Brisbane, they basically named out a bunch of them.
Yeah.
They named out 5 or 6 of them.
Anyway, the point is, there's the jurisdictional. One of the other problems with
Isn't the
America,
Darling Downs one, or is that something else?
No, I don't know. Anyway, the other problem with America is like their policing system, for example. The reason it's bad is it's simple because they've got so many jurisdictional problems. You've got your county police, your city police, your state police. Then you've got your federal police. Then you've got the CIA, the FBI, Homeland. You've got 100 different organizations. You've got ICE. You've got the
ICE.
Department of Immigration. You've got literally hundreds of different people.
then they
They've
each-
all got different conflicting jurisdictions, and they all refuse to cooperate with each
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
And they're all fighting.
Because for
over
some
stuff.
reason they're competitive with all of them because they
Yeah.
all think every single one of the other ones is out to get
And what
them.
they really need to do is universalize a ton of that stuff.
Because a lot of that stuff could be run under a different banner. It could be run
Yeah.
under the same banner and then
Yeah.
like different divisions of that one banner.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Like we have pretty much just the standard police for most of that stuff.
Hey, see-
And sure, they're split into different stations and have their areas of operation, but they still work together. They still operate properly.
And then they
don't
have like the small
conflicting jurisdiction
specializations
problems.
with like
Yeah, but that's still within the force. It's not like some retarded system.
fuck.
We're running long into the podcast.
Don't worry.
It's
No, we're not, because remember we're cutting out like half an hour of it because we were talking about the
It was like
fucking
it was
party.
like it was like 10 minutes.
It's like 20 because there was two big segments.
Oh
of it.
yeah, fair. Yeah.
Anyway,
And also, we're not
I'm keeping that
it's like 5 minutes extra than last week's episode. It's hardly fucking
yeah.
running long into the podcast.
I'm just saying that we're past an hour
Anyway,
Why didn't you just say we got to an hour then?
because you're a fag.
Your brain just works so differently
It's,
to
my
everyone
neurons
else's.
go backwards and I
Anyway.
transcend time. My ego is inflated.
What were you saying?
anyway, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I just want more
Something
Barry.
about counties being retarded.
I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty
anyway.
for the Barry.
We looped back around to politics. I hope you realize that.
Yeah.
Huh?
We looped back around to politics.
Yeah,
Like-
no, we haven't done. This is the political
See what
episode.
I'm
No, this the identity for this episode is pretty fucking muddled.
No, it's
No,
mostly
it's
politics.
It's politics.
But what?
We've talked about a lot
What
of
is the
politics.
title?
No, we literally started off.
Comment below.
We started off with shitty celebrities and then we went to law.
Subscribe
and
to
then
our
politics.
Patreon for a chance to name our next podcast.
You know what I've realised doing my TAFE that's really funny? So, I genuinely enjoy what I do at TAFE.
Yep.
Like, I genuinely enjoy the unit.
You're just a
content.
lazy
No, you-
shit.
I
You're
still,
just too lazy to do it.
I
and you
just
fail.
still doing it. When I'm doing it, I have a good time. Most of the time, I'm sitting at home, bored, no idea what to do. I could be doing my TAFE work that I do genuinely enjoy doing, but I'm just too retarded to be doing it. There's something about scrolling through tens of thousands of pages of retardedly poorly written, really
The
vague,
lighthouse.
crappy government documents. It's actually just really entertaining and fun. It's like deciphering a code because it's all written so terribly. But it's like,
It's like me
Oh,
trying to
yeah,
fucking piece
definitely.
together how fucking code works, and then it
it's-
doesn't
it's
actually make
just-
sense.
It's fun, but I still just don't do it for whatever.
Oh,
reason.
yours?
I didn't realize. You know how it's like
There.
professional quote professional documents. Like they're meant to be.
Yeah.
It's like to write a professional documents, you need to actually be painfully vague. There's a
They
reason
have
they're
to bust it.
pages long.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crackling.
It's just so retarded.
I really don't like those.
Deafen our audience.
Fucking guacamole. If you heard me eating the corn chips in like episode 1 or 0, it's like
Yeah,
crunch,
yeah.
crunch.
Dude, look at the fucking sound vibrations from
It spikes
Good
so
one.
much.
They're such thin, like discrete
That's-
spikes. It's beautiful. But
Yeah, we
Anyway,
gotta be careful.
let's go back to
about
shit celebrities. That's a fun
I'm
one.
sorry, Mia, Janae, and Chris for deafening you.
Alright, let's go back to our shit. Shit celebrities. That was a good
One.
conversation.
Shit YouTubers.
One of my favorite
Oh,
comedians.
shit.
That's
Shit
just two
YouTubers,
big-
that's just everyone.
George
Fuck.
Carlin.
Right, I'm not gonna lie, right?
Grilling.
You know, like the Stickman like games, or it's like
ASDF.
no, like Escape from
Oh,
like the complex.
Yeah, yeah.
He used to
Escape- like
play
I
them,
used to
man.
fucking love them,
love
right?
them.
And I used to
Uh-huh.
I used to watch Markiplier play them.
Same man.
A longest time ago, right? Longest.
Fuck you, Oliver.
I didn't
Haters
watch.
gonna hate.
No, I didn't watch Markiplier, but he was the only one who played those games.
No, he wasn't. I know he wasn't.
No, there was a few that played them, but he was like the only like
the biggest.
one that I could like stand to
Stand.
watch.
Oh.
I love
Um,
Markiplier, man.
I hate him.
His voice
so
Dude,
much.
I was
so
like
nice.
fucking 11 or something, right?
Yeah, come on.
And
We
but
know kids here.
I was like, let's go nostalgic. And Markiplier just so happened it came up on my recommended. I don't watch him anymore. Just so happened it came up on my
That's a
recommended.
Freddy's porn.
He like played they released a new game those people like a couple of days ago,
Oh yeah.
and he was playing
Is
it.
that where the
And I
dance
clicked on
thing
it.
came from?
I clicked on it to watch it. No, that one was
The
one from
distraction.
years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just
And I
like
clicked
top
on it.
hats,
I'm
man.
like, okay, I used to watch this. Let's go nostalgic. It was fucking awful. Markiplier is so dry and boring.
He is. And just a
Shit
pussy.
changes, man.
He really is.
When you're a kid.
Biggest
doesn't-
pussy.
He
of
doesn't
all
have red
YouTube.
hair anymore.
Just saying.
Also,
like-
did
Well, he's- I don't know. Maybe
But
his
someone
girlfriend
that-
dumped him. He doesn't have period blooded dye his hair with him. Look,
For
that
someone that
dude-
plays horror games,
biggest.
Did he
cunt
have a
pussy.
girlfriend? I would have said he's gay.
I would not be surprised if he didn't. I mean,
he's immune to jump
definitely
scares.
There was-
deserve one. Guy's
Did-
a pussy.
did
Man.
we
Who
end up-
isn't immune from jump scares? Are so. I don't think I've ever been scared by a jump scare.
I more get
They're
annoyed.
just not scary. They're
I
like,
rarely
wow,
get scared.
I don't
something
get-
popped up on my screen. Whoa.
I don't
Well,
get-
I
I
don't
don't
get
get-
scared from jump scares on a screen. I do in like real life jump
Oh
scares.
yeah, real life.
But But
And
on
then-
If someone like
Die.
if someone like jumps around the corner at you, then
Yeah.
you get scared from
Yeah,
that.
it's
But
a
like on a
reaction.
game,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not.
On a game, more often than
It's a
not, it
fucking
pisses me
reaction.
off because then it's like, oh fuck, that thing was just stupid, and it was like I didn't realize.
Like in
it
real
was
life,
there.
it's like a reflex.
Booga booga.
But if it's on a game, it's
Yeah.
like
It literally
Yeah,
just
come
makes
on.
me go, fuck
Good.
off, you piece of shit.
Here's a medal.
Actually, it did.
Horror.
not even
Silver.
not even the jump scares on the Scooby Doo ride at
Yeah.
Movie Worlds.
Anyway,
No.
did you see by the way?
Impossible.
That
I've
shit
always-
doesn't scare me.
I've always
Scary.
thought Critical. He was, all right. I didn't mind his videos. I've never been huge, but I'm low key in love with him now, purely because he's seen the goddamn Fruit Loops video and referenced it in one of his videos. I was just watching one of his videos. He brings up my favorite little fucking Fruit Loops clip.
Who's this?
You know,
What was that? Which one was that?
the clip of a girl with her asshole
Oh yeah.
filled up with Fruit Loops and milk.
No!
and another girl eating it with a spoon. He referenced that clip. He's fucking seen it.
When-
He's like, I was just watching some old video of his from like
no,
2018, and he just goes, there's literally. He's like, I don't know why you do this. There's a sexual fetish for everything on porn. You can literally see a girl with her arsehole clamped open and another girl eating Fruit Loops out of it.
Yeah,
And
but
he's
I'm
like,
pretty sure he's in some like weird Discord, so he's like.
to be fair, it's true. It's just I love that clip so much,
I'm
and the
telling
fact he
you.
knows it was truly just beautiful.
He knows the he knows the video of the guy with the really huge balls and he's coming for like
Yeah,
20 hours.
yeah, that's a
I-
classic, man.
He's
I knew
referenced
that
he's
video.
referenced that before
Yeah,
as well.
it's a classic.
God, that was funny.
Dude, I fucking love Critical.
Oh fucking hell.
He's just naturally funny.
I love the videos where he like
He's witty.
he did a tier list of Karens.
Did he actually?
I saw that.
I love the ones where he like when he like tries to make food. Like he tried to make some sausages, like ordinary sausage, and it was
I love
terrible.
it.
He sucks
That
in the
so much.
kitchen.
Oh man, dude, did you see the
Slap.
ordinary sausage, the White Castle one he
Yeah,
released? the
that
other
one
day?
actually
yeah?
turned out really well.
Yeah.
It looked
Too much-
tasty, man.
too much
It actually
bread,
looked
though.
good.
I watched that
and
at,
it
like-
actually it made some really nice looking.
I watched
sausages.
that at like 2 a.m. and I was like, damn, this shit made me hungry
I
as
wanna-
fuck. So I went and made a sandwich.
We should all huddle
I
in
genuinely love
and
ordinary
get
sausage.
a sausage.
I
No.
honestly,
Yeah.
I want to send him like a bunch of Australian stuff, like Tim Tam's Vegemite,
That's
such a
terrible.
shit.
He'll
like
combine that all
chicken
into one.
shapes, yeah, to put it all together and make an Australian sausage.
He's gonna throw up.
Just because it will be terrible, but it will make a funny video.
No, it won't.
He won't do it though.
Wait, imagine the.
I don't know.
But the
He does some
the
weird
traffic,
shit.
That's true.
The traffic they would get.
He
Does
did
it
a
mention
fucking
us?
water sausage and an earth
Oh.
sausage. Like I feel like if we sent it him,
That
he
might
might
be
do it.
very gross.
Right,
You
next
know?
we need fire sausage. Fuck.
What else will we put in there?
Fire
4 and
sauce.
20 pies.
Hand sanitizer.
It wouldn't be that hard for us to assemble a nice collection. The thing is
We
that you
need
can only send,
Milo.
we'd only
We
get
need to get Mia Khalifa's
is-
glasses, put them in there.
It would
She's
have
not
to be-
Australian.
No, but
still though.
but someone bought them for $100,000, and that would just be fucking funny to crash.
Simp.
But we could only send stuff that's long life. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
probably couldn't send 4 and 20 pies.
You could
Yeah,
you could send shapes.
People
yeah,
send people
shapes
send like
and
shaped
Tim
Tim
Tams and
Tams.
stuff and Vegemite and
Vegemite.
whatnot. But you can't. We can't send stuff like 4 and 20 pies because
We'll send him chicken salt. That's all you need.
Milo.
Chicken salt
Is
is.
chicken
Send him
salt
some
not a thing
Milo
yet?
guys.
Huh?
No, it's not.
Is chicken salt really an Australian thing?
No.
I
Yeah,
didn't think
it
was.
is an Australian thing.
I'd find that
You
hard
can
to
get it
believe.
in the UK.
You can get it in the UK. But
I
it's not-
don't think it's
What
just
makes it
popular in
Australian?
Australia.
No,
I
no.
don't think it's Australian.
Put it this way: the US doesn't have it, and they were surprised that when I.
Well, yeah, but the US also doesn't have like tap to pay because they're brain dead.
Do they not have tap to pay?
No.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
They don't use.
They do.
They don't use. Okay.
They have it in a very small amount. Most places don't have it. Most places in the US don't use it.
They use Apple Pay.
They use most places in the
Apple
US still
Pay.
just use like your card, like you
They-
put it in the machine. Or
they
you,
use,
or
um,
you-
They don't use the standard like paper paper sizing thing. They don't use like
yeah,
A4
well, their currency system in
Paper
general is
money.
trash. They
The
have fucking paper money for
the-
God's sake.
They have
Fully
paper money, and then
fucking
they're like,
retarded.
the fact that they insult everyone, it's like, haha, monopoly money. It's like you can't tell the difference between your notes unless you directly read it.
Yeah.
It's kind of retarded. Like you can't just go off
Yeah.
a glance.
Yeah,
it's like,
man.
oh, that's a
Easier to
$20 bill.
counterfeit.
You
just
could
trash
yeah, you
someone.
literally like
It's like Ethan.
our money. You don't even need to look at the numbers to see what it is.
Ethan, you could if I did
yeah,
if I
there's a
just showed you
50,
that,
there's
there
a
you go.
20.
Exactly, you could figure it out.
Just from the
right?
color, like it's.
It's easy.
It's just-
not to mention.
it's strange.
And we
made
have
of-
pictures of
not to mention-
Aboriginals on our.
It has a lot of
That's
fucking
not a
culture.
good thing. That's a downside.
We have pictures of Abos on our currency. You know?
But no,
There's
We
a
have
lot
like
of
Queen-
there's
the
a
thing about
lot of
currency, though,
detail
it's-
in the
There's
notes.
good.
Yeah.
One, there's braille on it, so blind people know what notes they have, which is good, a good
Yeah.
thing. Two, it's made of plastic, so it's hard to tear. It's waterproof. It's much harder to counterfeit. It's like and it's color coded, which is just helpful.
Here's the thing. It's like it's different.
It's also extremely hard to counterfeit Australian money because
Yeah.
they have like if you look on the
Yeah.
pictures on them,
Yeah, I know.
like the pictures are made up of really small text.
Their pictures are also imprinted with like even different like things
Is it
which are
like-
like
yeah.
extremely
Is it
difficult to
like-
replicate.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like the UK
Very
a few years
intricate.
ago brought in like the plastic
Yeah.
currency and they made theirs like really fucking easy to counterfeit.
Plus, if you pull out like an American country, you know
It's
the
not like
Australian country, you know the little like circular plastic thing in each of the corners.
Yeah.
Those things there are really really hard to
Yeah.
counterfeit, which is why they're there.
Well, I don't have money to
We're just,
read it.
we're just the
Read
best.
it.
But yeah.
Let me see your money.
Anyway, back to crap celebrities,
I don't know
not
if I'm-
YouTubers, celebrities. There's
Haha!
I
He does
do.
have a note.
Shit.
too many.
I think that's the older one.
No, that's the new one.
That's the new one. You can tell by the plastic.
Plastic in the middle here.
Why did they put the plastic in the middle?
That's because the old
Give
ones
it
never
back
used to have
to
braille.
That's my Subway
Oh.
money.
So the
I never
the-
realized that the old ones.
Yeah.
had braille.
So the reason the reason it's actually quite funny. Wait, you two, stop being retards. Get back to the podcast.
We're in the podcast. We're listening to what you're saying.
Anyway, it's actually quite a funny story to why we changed it. So so it's like we never used to have braille on it on our old ones. The reason we're changing now is actually due to a change.org petition. Kid you not, a change.org petition. The change.org petition to change the currency to be blind friendly got enough signatures that the government went, no, that's actually not a half bad idea. So they changed it over, and part of the new design, they decided to put that plastic thing down the
To be
middle.
fair, that is a good idea.
Yeah, as well as the braille. But yeah, there's a little braille at the top, and then there's the plastic strip in the middle. I don't know why they did that. Maybe harder to counterfeit, just a nice new.
I assumed it was
don't know.
it was harder to count.
assuming it's
because
also
it's not
yeah.
like it's not made of one
I'm
universal
assuming
material.
it's also another
Sit down,
extra
we've got a
counterfeit
podcast
measure.
recording.
But
But
what's the bet that if the U.S. ever switches to plastic money, they're gonna be like, oh, these countries copied us, or like something.
Yeah,
something
100%.
Something retarded like that, or they
They'll
add
change
braille.
it. They'll change to it like 50 years after everyone else, and they're like, these guys are copying us.
Fucking retards! Look at these guys.
We do it the best.
That's what America always does.
what-
Canada's all right at it. I mean,
Canada's
Eh,
Canada.
Canada.
I make the mistake all the time. Canada's much better.
I know. I went to Canada. I have to be honest. The only thing about Canada that was like I loved my trip to Canada, but all the things I loved about it was like
Barry.
the nature, the views,
Barry.
and Barry. Everything, all the
Barry's
things I hated
hot
about it
cock.
was everything else. Most of the people, the city layout, the mass
why'd you not-
homelessness.
I thought Canadians were like stereotypically good, like easy to get along
No,
with.
no, that is a fucking lie. The only
Well,
reason
they
that
are
stereotype
cunts.
exists is because all Americans are cunts and Canadians aren't as much of a cunt.
Wow.
But in comparison to
But because
else,
Australians,
they're cunts.
Australians are quite nice. When we went over there, they really weren't that friendly. I wouldn't say they were hostile. They were just meh.
Passive aggressive.
I don't like their accents.
Underwhelming.
Their accents are quite frustrating. But Barry,
Everyone.
Barry
American
doesn't-
accents are the worst.
But Barry doesn't have a standard Canadian accent. He's just got one of those voices that could put even
Yeah,
the
well,
most
you find people
harsh
like that
baby
everywhere.
asleep in
Who,
a second.
like people from America, people from like
Oh,
Canada, Australia, UK, that don't necessarily have an accent.
I stand to it. If Barry met Hitler, he could have made him like the Jews just because of his fucking voice. That man could fucking calm down and soothe anyone.
I have a weird accent.
Not really.
No, you
Accents are
really don't.
You
What
just
is it though?
white.
White. I come from white land.
You literally do just have a white accent. He has an American accent because he's Indonesian.
Strange.
You have.
on
just-
paper that
you-
sounds.
Australian accent.
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
say you
No,
have
he
an
has-
Australian accent.
here's
It's not
the-
like you have a strong.
No,
it's
he has
just you.
he has a light one.
Yeah, and then I
White.
have a British accent.
Here's the funny thing though. On paper, that makes no fucking sense. Where you're like, he has an American accent because he's Indonesian. What the fuck?
No, on paper it makes no sense, but when you think about it, it makes perfect sense
No.
because
It doesn't.
you watch American TV shows.
What the fuck?
I don't
So
know.
do we. What is your point there?
Yeah, but,
Indonesia
you know,
was
You have to live
colonised by
somewhere.
the Dutch.
it's like
Has never really had that much to do with America.
it's like you know.
Baba Bowie.
Cut that out.
Cut.
Like he had
Little
a
Sam.
little Persian kid.
All right, cut this
I didn't
part
know that
out.
was
It's
his last
Iranian,
name.
bro.
Yeah.
I've never heard his last name.
Yeah.
Don't-
Are you fucking kidding me?
Edit this out.
Retarded.
No, that's
That's
staying in.
staying.
That's staying in to embarrass you.
Persian.
Little Persian kid. Wait, he's
Persian.
Iranian.
I thought he was Iranian.
Sorry, man.
the same place, you idiot.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
he
just
has an
not gonna
American
talk about
accent because
geography.
when he was learning
That's got
English,
nothing to do with geography. That's history. That'd be like going. Oh, he speaks Roman. I thought he spoke Italian. It's like fucking retard, man.
no, because he has an American accent because when he was learning how to speak English, he watched like American TV shows, so it gave him an American accent.
Yeah.
You're just weird.
Here's
Half
the-
Indonesian, half Australian. That makes American.
Which is
American.
funny because Iranians hate Americans.
Yeah, it is funny.
Here's the thing, though. It's like I didn't learn to speak English on American TV. I just straight up English was my first language, anyways. And
Yeah, because your dad's.
and then I
an
was
Australian.
Korean. I sounded Korean for most of my fucking childhood.
Oh, I Korea.
Exactly.
That's not.
That's not even a joke. That's
Will
Korean sound like
That is
no.
fucking funny.
What makes it even better?
Will can start a K-pop band. Bro.
Exactly. Me with a Korean accent, also named Muhammad Akbar. Imagine that, man. Fuck. That would have been much worse for me. I would have been bullied like fucking hell.
Especially considering the Korean accent does not match the name.
No, it does.
Some like
Standard Indonesian
like
name.
Indonesian guy called Muhammad Akbar with a Korean accent and
That's a pretty standard
and
Indonesian
acne?
name.
just
Muhammad Akbar is like a very
Very
standard.
rude.
bully.
Indonesia is an Islamic country.
Yeah, I know.
But
They straight up were like, let's name you Victory.
Victory Town. all the
Southeast
way.
Asia is weird. It's like this weird fight between Buddhism and Islam. It's
Honestly,
Not,
imagine being,
not really in Indonesia. It's a lot more Islam.
in Indonesia it's a lot more, but just Southeast Asia.
Oh
in
yeah,
general.
yeah.
Imagine fucking being called Muhammad. Like it's the
But
most
it's a
pop-
very common
it's the
name.
most popular name in the world. It's just
Yeah.
boring. If you're called Muhammad,
most common
it's
name
just
in the world.
it's
Yeah.
boring.
Muhammad.
What a fucking basic name, Ethan.
Hang on,
Ethan's
hey
Not to
mate.
mention the
Ethan's
Persian
super
you're
wide.
named after.
We're talking. Your name is Muhammad and Will.
I know.
Calm the fuck
Not to
down.
mention, the person you're being named after is like a real piece of shit who had sex with children, traded slaves,
Nice.
brutally commit genocide, murdered countless people, had like 8 wives, real piece of garbage.
Sounds like a nice man.
Yeah.
I want to have a beer with him.
You know,
I
out of
wanna,
this-
man,
out of
I
this-
wish I wish I
Still
could
going
have.
to the pub.
I really wish I could
Out
have
of
a
his-
beer with
out of
Uday
his-
Hussein. Luckily, Costa looks like Uday Hussein, so I can just
do.
have a drink
Out
with
of
him.
his, out of his 8 wives, his favourite one was 12.
Oh.
Massive slave trader. Went on a massive brutal conquest. You know, just like Jesus.
Hey man, you know Japan's. There is only Japanese age consent is 13.
Oh,
Please don't.
let's go.
Right. So a lot of prostitutes in Japan are like 15, 16. But in Saudi Arabia, it gets better because the age
They
of
don't get a say. You just grab them and fuck them. Woohoo! Fuck women, am I right?
pretty much because the age of
Jesus.
they don't like. There's no age of consent. It's just if they're married. So you could marry like a 5-year-old
Yeah.
and legally fuck them.
You want to
Like,
And
the
it's-
basis for marriage is money.
It's perfectly fine. Yeah,
It's
you
kinda
just buy a
bad.
kid and marry them.
push it
Like
down?
literally.
That's the Middle East.
Sorry about
Yeah.
Yeah, Colin, I'm not retarded.
And then if she shows anger, you
Greeny,
get to stone
Greeny
her
would
to
find a
death.
way.
Part of all this comes from the fact that look, you can hate on a lot of religions, but Islam in its base
Is pretty
just
base.
shit all around. At least
What?
Christianity. Sure, most of the modern churches, a lot of them are pretty fucked up. But the actual base of itself, Jesus himself, who was a real person, like it or not,
Nah,
all
bro.
he did was go around and like spread positivity and like love. Fucking, who's the main figure for Christianity? In Islam, the main figure is this like piece of garbage, slave trading, child raping, brutally conquering, like
Damn,
arsehole.
he's rapping.
It's like that's who they all who they all praise.
The
So
funny-
obviously
no.
they're gonna be like, why the fuck should we care if we rape and beat women? Fucking the man we considered like the most holy man to ever exist, literally fucked children, traded slaves, and beat his wives.
No, the funny
Of course
part.
that's fine.
The funny
No.
part is that they even
No.
they,
expect to happen?
they even bring up Jesus and then still follow him instead. It's great.
Well, because Jesus is still a
Jesus
they
is
still
a problem,
He's a
bro.
yeah, they still
rather
consider
than, like,
Jesus
a
a
maid.
prophet in Islam. They just don't think he's the son of God, and they think Muhammad's a much more holy prophet. But at the end of the day, it's like Jesus was a person. Whether or not he was the son of the God is a whole other question. But he was a
He
person.
definitely wasn't.
The point is,
Because guess what? God isn't real.
the point is, he went around.
And that's the ending.
The point was, he went around and he spread positivity and just loving everyone no matter who they were. And then people went, I like this guy, and started a religion.
To
off
be
of it.
fair, to be fair, most of the people who follow that religion now don't fucking follow
Right.
that message
Oliver,
whatsoever.
Oliver, we know that you're Christian.
I'm
Very
kind of.
On an
Very
official basis, you are a Christian.
You've been to church.
While you are not,
Yeah.
while you don't
But I
act like
don't
a
know if
Christian,
I don't know if
The
I
only
believe in
time
God.
I've ever been to church was when I was christened. So.
I don't necessarily believe in God. I just like a lot of the philosophy behind
Fair
Christianity,
enough.
and I'm into it for more philosophical reasons.
Alright, fair
And
enough.
I believe the Bible is an important text for philosophical reasons. I don't necessarily
Say it's
believe
real.
I don't necessarily believe God is real, or that Jesus was the Son of God or anything. I just think that there is some very important, good, and valuable philosophical lessons throughout the Bible and Jesus' teachings. That's the only reason I go to church. And also,
I like how Costa's saying cringe to this. He literally
He's
has a
wearing a
he
cross
wears
around
a
his neck.
he wears a gold
Every
cross
day.
around his neck every day.
the
he
point
never
is,
takes it off.
the point is, and in it, I actually
Style.
did like church. When you go to
Autism.
because most churches these days, too, because numbers are declining, they have like more. They have sessions more tailored to younger generations, and then sessions tailored to their older people. I was going to the younger generations. They are actually quite good. You have free food, and I'm always in for some free food. Actually good food. They have genuinely good music. They have like a nice live band with good music, and then they have.
Oh, that's debatable. I've heard the music. Elliot listens to Christian. He listens to Christian music that they
Christian
listen
rock.
to at his youth all the
Look,
time.
I'm not
I love
just
Jesus.
because Elliot has shit taste in. Look, Elliot's church may have shit music. I'm just saying, I've been to some ones where the music is genuinely good, and I've actually added some of their songs to my Spotify playlist.
No, it's
It's genuinely good.
As someone who used to go to like Christian stuff, he's actually right.
Yes,
on this one.
and then I went once where, quite honestly, the preachers, whether I believed in God or not, a lot of the time it was still like an interesting and
They
valuable lesson, and it's not like it's wrong, because at the end of the day, the core message they're trying to convey is still true and is still a good
Here's the
thing
thing,
to be listening to. Whether
most
you
of
believe
the-
in God or
converting
not.
us.
Most of the time now,
He's
they
not
don't-
converting me. I went to Mackay Christian College. Leave that in. I want everyone to know how bad Mackay Christian College is.
What do you
I'm
expect?
editing
Every
this out.
country's town Christian school is fucking shit.
Yeah.
Shut up!
But, okay, here's the thing.
Right, Mackay Christian
fuck's
College
sake.
was basically a cult. They hated gay people. They used to like try and segregate black people.
Not epic.
I used to just tell them I was a Satanist just to piss them off. It was really fucking
Ethan,
funny.
In Emerald, we had Marist Christian College, and let me tell you, that place is
Yeah, but
just as bad. I'm
Emerald,
just saying.
a small country town, or Mackay?
every-
Mackay's a lot bigger.
But it's still
No, it's every-
considered
it's-
a country
it's
place.
every
Yeah,
And
but
most
it's-
country places
It's
are like
also
that.
not. It's like Mackay's like a coastal.
Most
place,
Australian
but-
country places are like that. Anyway,
No, but it's like most modern churches. They spread less about believe in God. They spread more about the philosophical sense of everything.
Right. I've got a question. Would
What's
you
your
rather go to heaven or hell?
Hell.
I'd rather go to hell
well, the
What
thing
way?
is,
because I get to have a good chat with Hitler.
No, you
you
don't.
do
He's
like-
not going to hell.
Hang
I
on,
want to
one
have a
is
good
up
chat
to
with
heaven.
Hitler.
A hell in eternity and
I'm in hell just having a
hang on.
good time with
Ethan,
Hitler,
Hey,
Satan,
Ethan, calm down.
Uday,
Real quick, Ethan.
Saddam, Osama.
Pass the mic.
At the end of the day, it really depends what people think hell and heaven are actually like, if they do exist, because a lot of people.
I mean, I don't believe they exist.
I'm not sure I believe they exist either. My point is, if you do believe they exist, it depends in what capacity and how they function. Because if hell exists in a lot of portrayals where you don't get to meet other people down there, you are stuck in a continuous, constant never-ending section of torture. Just constant torture.
Have you seen the
Raped
part of
by
the IT
demons.
crowd where Douglas dies for a bit and he comes back to life?
No,
But he goes to
no.
hell and like
You're ruining the flow.
Denham Renham's here and is like, yes, this is heaven. But then Hitler pops out and he's like, no, that was a Hitlergram.
You kind of ruined the floor, man.
You ruined the
Yeah,
flow.
honestly,
You fucking ruined the
IT
flow.
Crowd may be a good show, but now that was not the good.
Another
the
time.
for it.
No,
Anyway.
it was great. Everything's always
Hitler
great.
is not in
I
hell.
want to go to hell.
Anyway, the point
Because-
is Hitler wouldn't be
Oh,
in hell.
dude, I'm telling you, I just want to,
Tripped.
I don't want to be around like wholesome people
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
kind
time.
of gay.
Cringy wholesome people.
No, but it's not.
I just-
most
I
of the
don't-
time it
let's
is.
I don't
go to
like
Limbo.
nice
You don't have to
people.
be-
I don't like
concept of-
nice people. I just want to
concept
be
of
in hell.
heaven isn't nice. It's just whether at the end of the day you lived a life that wasn't where you weren't a complete piece of shit.
That's
Oh,
basically
well, yeah,
all
but
it
I
makes
feel
it.
like
Most people.
It's essentially whether
I mean-
your actions are forgivable or not. If they're considered forgivable, you get to go. The general standard is if your
Premarital
actions are
hand
considered-
holding, not forgivable.
Hell. If your actions are considered forgivable, then yeah, you'll obviously, then you'd go to heaven. But most people, it's like, sure, you can be like me, but I wouldn't say any of my actions are that unforgivable.
Or
I wouldn't say I'm a good person, but at the same time, I wouldn't say anything
It's
I've ever
basically
done
slightly
is
above
unforgivable.
average person is what
Or-
you're aiming for.
Or here's a plot twist: when you die, you're dead.
Yes.
To be fair, that's a...
In the
No,
ground.
Okay, to be
Resurrected.
fair,
You're either ashes, you're in the ground.
Resurrected
to be-
as
okay,
a
to be
protagonist
fair,
in
You're
a
being
hentai.
eaten by vultures, whatever.
religion is a very good thing for people to hold on to when it's like it's just a piece of shit like existence and time.
I'm
It's like,
telling
Oh
you.
yeah,
Religion is the greatest cope.
yeah, but I fucking hate religion. I think it's pointless.
It's got a
just
point.
named a
It's
point,
definitely
mate.
got a point.
That's
It's
not a
definitely
point.
got a point.
That's not a point.
No, it is a point.
Yeah,
Hey
man.
mate,
It's not
religion
pointless.
starts wars.
So
So
it's
does
a lot of
everything
things.
else.
So it's literally everything else.
Into there. You're going to hell, Ethan. Just
Retard.
accept it.
Absolute shit argument right there.
Religion starts war.
Everything
else
starts
does as well.
wars.
Economy.
Like literally,
At the end of the day, pretty much most wars started by religion weren't actually started by religion. They just used religion as an
Hey man,
excuse
I
to
don't
start
care
it.
what
That's
your
not the
points
reason
are.
why they started it.
I'm stubborn. I will never accept that
Stubborn
religion is good.
boomer. Stubborn boomer.
I'm happy being an. I'm happy.
Anyway.
I'm happy being ignorant.
What
Let's
a
go back
brilliant
to
episode.
Let's go back to shit.
We-
Shit
dude, we've
celebrities.
got-
no, we keep
so
trying to go
much-
back to this. I
we've
feel like
got
I feel
so
like we're
much
kind of reaching the end
material.
of the rope on this one.
We got to end it.
Yeah,
Real
but
soon.
every time it spirals into a good conversation.
We've got to end it, man.
Every good conversation has been a spiral from name a shit celebrity.
All the good conversations we have are just arguments.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Which is
no,
great.
they're not.
We
They're
just-
not
no,
exactly
because we're
arguments. They're
always-
discussions.
Well, yeah, but
Like
we're always
this-
talking about like controversial points.
Classic.
So because we're very controversial people.
Not really.
Not really.
We all have the
I'm pretty
same views.
controversial.
We're pretty.
You
no,
two are pretty
the shit
controversial.
we talk-
Me and Costa,
the shit-
actually not Costa.
The shit we talk about
I
and the
love
views we
gay
have are
people.
pretty controversial.
I have some controversial views, and I make
Costa's
a
a
lot of,
fucking white supremacist.
and I make a lot of really, really jokes that a lot of other people would consider okay. But I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, we're not that controversial.
Right, hot take. Come on. One hot take before we end the episode.
Black people don't deserve to live. Not controversial at all.
All right, end it there, Costa.
And that's the intro.